So this is a franchise now? Guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to yet another brand new movie review. And this time around, yes, we are hopping onto Netflix to take a look at the Christmas Chronicles 2. That's right, the sequel absolutely nobody asked for. This one is directed by the one and only Chris Columbus in his first directorial credit in 5 years. Last time he was in the director's chair, Pixels. Oh man, this guy's really fallen off the wagon, hasn't he? But this film, of course, once again stars Kurt Russell as jolly old Saint Nick in a role that I think is a perfect fit for him. And Santa Claus reunites with Kate Pierce from the first film, now a teenager, and they have to deal with a troublemaking rogue former elf named Belsnickel, played by Julian Dennison, who is threatening to cancel Christmas. See, therein lies the problem. Absolutely nothing will cancel Christmas this year, even in a year of cancellations. So you can already see my first problem. This movie's pretty predictable, isn't it? Now granted, I was actually very surprised by how much I enjoyed the original. Kurt Russell, like I said, I think is a perfect fit to play Santa Claus, and he's no exception in this sequel. In my opinion, he's the best part about it. I mean, what can I say? Kurt Russell is a charismatic guy. He brings such a likable, gruffy, effervescent charm to this character that we've never seen before. We've seen Santa Claus a ton in movies, haven't we? Now, the returning cast members all do solid work here as well, but I find it baffling that the character of Teddy, the older brother, he was mysteriously sidelined in this film. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. After he was the big old Grinch, after being such a big focal point of that first film, trying to get the Christmas spirit still imbued into him. Yeah, here, now he's just the village idiot who flirts with pretty girls in Cancun. And this movie is not in Cancun for very long. But on the plus side, here we get Julian Dennison as the villain. I can't believe how much this guy's grown up since I first saw him in Hunt for the Wilder People. Even since Deadpool 2, I really enjoyed him there. But this was perfect casting. I think he does a very solid job with this character, who's kind of a punk. I respect that these films bring a different flair to the Christmas genre. And Julian Dennison, I think, was the perfect actor to bring all that chaos into here. And he pulled it off, man. He was really friggin' good. Now, much like the first film, I do like the overall production design. I do like the overall look of the North Pole also. I really like the whole idea that the Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights in layman terms, I really like how those kind of block off the North Pole from being in the public eye, basically. It's like a Christmas-themed version of Wakanda here. And one other thing that's carried over from the first film that I really enjoy here are the designs of the elves. Again, unlike any other Christmas film we've ever seen. Now, I can totally understand people finding these little guys annoying, like the minions. Thank God they're not that annoying. And here, they were kind of hit or miss for me. Sometimes they can be this really cute, wondrous little creatures that are in this Diagon Alley-style North Pole. And then other times they're dancing to the Baja Men under a curse. Yeah, because who let the dogs out really conveys the true meaning of Christmas, right? Yeah, this film has some issues. Let's start with the script, because it felt like through this dialogue, everything had to be over-explained to me. Sometimes characters will utter lines to themselves, explaining big plot points to the audience, and they aren't even breaking the fourth wall, they're just talking to themselves. I mean, I know what you're thinking. Zack, in Home Alone, Kevin does that sometimes. This is my house. I have to defend it. But here, none of this dialogue is that witty or charming or genuine even. It just comes off to me like they're crazy people. Oh, the irony that Columbus directed Home Alone. Man, I wish he was doing another film like that now. And the thing is, getting into that direction, this isn't a bad-looking film. Columbus maneuvers the camera and his actors fairly well. Columbus does have a really nice handle on how to move this film along, and it does have a decent pace throughout this whole runtime, but a lot of these lines were just way too forced for my liking. Speaking of forced, mild spoiler up ahead, so just in case you don't want to be spoiled, you've been warned. There's a scene in an airport where Santa basically has to up Christmas spirit in urgent fashion, and how does he do this? A musical number, of course. Kinda random. Now, those of you that know me personally might be baffled at how I'm criticizing this, because I absolutely love musicals. I've been doing them for the past 10 years. Trust me, I love them. But this number in the airport, even though it's well choreographed and Kurt Russell has a decent enough singing voice, this is the only musical number in this film. And it just sticks out like a sore thumb. You know what I mean? Now, speaking of sticking out like a sore thumb, Man, do I have to talk about this? Yeah, you know what? I do, because this was the big cliffhanger of the MCU post-credits scene from the first film. And that was the reveal of Kurt Russell's real-life significant other, Goldie Hawn, as Mrs. Claus. And she gets loads of airtime in this sequel. In a lot of ways, she was the big selling point of this movie, her and Kurt Russell together. And God, I really hate criticizing actors. I know, because I am one myself. I know how difficult the job is. But Goldie Hawn just seemed so bored in this film. Like, I'm not kidding, absolutely lifeless throughout a lot of it. A lot of her delivery just almost had no emotion to it, like she was just going in for a cold read. Like, monotone. I could not believe it. Let me just give you an example. There's this one scene where she pulls out one of the volumes of a big collection of Christmas Chronicles on the shelf, which is a visual that really concerns me thinking about it. And she's literally just sitting there with the kids and she's just reading the lines. No emotion to it at all. I mean, it was nice, I guess, to see her with Kurt Russell again, but God, how do I put this? If Goldie Hawn is down here in terms of energy, Kurt Russell is all the way up here. If she was the big selling point for this, like, while there are some nice aspects to this movie, this is a sequel that really does not need to exist. But lo and behold, here it is. It wasn't great, wasn't horrible. It just exists on planet Earth, just in time for Christmas. I'm gonna give the Christmas Chronicles 2 a C. I must reiterate, this is not a horrible film. I did find a few elements that I really enjoyed, including Kurt Russell and Julian Dennison. I've read and heard a few people absolutely hating this movie. Personally, I didn't. I do agree with them. There's some stuff that's just unbearable to the point of no return, but I did have some fun with it at least. I mean, do I need to see more Christmas Chronicles films? Not really. But I can see with this film that they're actually leaving the door open for that possibility. And more power to them, I guess. But have you guys seen the Christmas Chronicles 2? Do you guys enjoy it? Do you not? Do you prefer this sequel over the original? I would love to hear all those thoughts down in the comments section below, and I would love to discuss it with you guys further. If you guys are enjoying this content, if you guys want to continue discussing cinema and all things entertainment with me, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can, so whenever I upload a new video, you nice folks are the first ones to know. If you guys enjoyed this review also, please be sure to leave a big fat thumbs up on your way out. I'd really appreciate that. And as always, look out for more exciting content hitting the channel very, very soon. That includes the conclusion to my David Fincher series. And also, I just previously announced that I'm going to be reviewing 5 of my favorite holiday classics in the week leading up to the 25th. You guys are awesome. Thank you again for your support of the channel up to this point. It really does mean the world. Look out for all that exciting content coming out very, very soon. With all that being said, back talk, commence!